Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.
What's happened since 1984? I'm going to go through these three pieces and then we'll open up to Q&A, okay? Now, I've broken it up into three parts because first, the visible war on the Sikhs. This is where bullets are flying and people are being killed, yeah? Then there's the invisible war and then the propaganda war. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware about this, but they made a new law for the Sikhs only. A special law for us. It's called TADA. Yeah? The Terrorist and Detention Act. Anybody know the full word? Anyways, something like Terrorism and something Detention Act. What this meant is that you can, anybody who's arrested under TADA is guilty to proven innocent. The onus of the guilt is upon the person to prove that they are not a terrorist. You pick anybody up and you can keep them in without trial. So you can keep them arrested in prison for like indefinitely until they prove that they're innocent. Yeah. So how are they going to prove that when they're in prison? So 100,000 plus Sikhs were disappeared. Okay. And it was just ridiculous. They tortured, killed so many Sikh people that at one point the government of Gujarat was sending letters to Rajasthan government was sending letters to the Punjab government saying, please stop putting dead bodies in the canals because we can't drink our water now. There's so many dead bodies in the canal. If you watch that movie made by Insaf, The Last Killing, the policeman there, he's turned against the government. He was a policeman, he was involved in people being killed, and his conscience couldn't let him do it, so he gave up and he now came on this side, and he's now prosecuting policemen that were involved in killing people, and he puts his statement out there, what he saw as a policeman. And they would just go take people to the side of the river, shoot them, and then disembowel them, so the body would sink and then throw them in the canal. And they would cut their heads off, cut their hands off to stop people, and then find them and just throw their body in the canal. This is regularly happening, yeah, at that time. 100,000 people died and disappeared. They would take people, they would arrest them, torture them so they couldn't even walk, break their legs almost, and then take them out and then shoot them. And they would say, we kill this guy in an encounter. The guy can't walk, his legs don't work, he's tortured, and they just put a gun in his hand and say, we killed him in an encounter. He shot us, we shot back and we killed him. This is called, what they called fake encounters. Okay. Many people were tortured, causing disability, impotence. Another way of killing the Sikhs, the men can't have any children. Okay. Police often rape Sikh women, usually in front of family members. Many of those women then committed suicide. So they wanted to get somebody to get their sister instead. Yeah? They'd rape the sister in front of the father. And they'd say, tell your son to come back, or we'll come back and do it again. So they were just, it was like free for all in Punjab. You could do whatever you wanted as a police officer. You know this KPS Gill guy they talk about? You heard about him, yeah? KPS Gill. He's the guy that made just one thing, Carla disappear as well. KPS Gill is actually convicted of molestation of a Hindu lady who was in the civil service. So he actually molested a civil service woman at a big event in India, which outside of Punjab. So if he could molest a woman at a big social event, right? She prosecuted him, got him done, arrest. What do you think he would do to a woman that was in the police cell where no one was going to hear her voice? What do you think his men were doing? If outside they could do that. The invisible war. Basically the government's decided in India there's no point in killing Sikhs with guns and bullets. It's easy to kill them off by attacking the very root of them. So now you've got crippling policies, yeah? Low investment, high taxes, low education, what I talked about earlier, limiting Sikhs in the armed forces, setting low prices for crops, farmers pushed into unaffordable loans, thousands are committing suicide, pollution is unchecked, cancer rates are now sky high. There's parts of Punjab now have the highest rates of cancer in the world. There's a train called the cancer train. It's called the cancer train. Everybody on that train is basically going from one place to another place for medical treatment.
I just wanted to say about that cancer rates. My mom's mama was saying earlier, we were talking about the chemicals in the seeds and everything that they were forced to buy. It it was so expensive that they spared money on using the gloves that they were given for it.
Yeah.
And they used to they didn't want the nokor getting to the bottom of them, so they'd use it under their pillows. And now the cancer is sky high because they were using their own hands to do it.
Yeah. So saving money on gloves and not realizing that it was toxic.
Yeah.
One of the things is people were overusing the chemicals, because what was happening is that there was the fertilizer company saying only use this much, right? But the farmer don't know how much to use. So the guy in the shop is telling him use more than that. So there's this constant over pollution of the land. So now the farmers in Punjab don't want to eat the food of Punjab. They showed it, you know Satyamev Jayate, that program, the Amir Khan. Watch the one about food. And they keep quoting Punjab in there. And they say the food in Punjab, the farmers don't want to eat the food in Punjab. They grow organic food for themselves, and they grow pesticide-driven food for the public. Okay. Not only is Punjab now got so much pollution, apparently Jalandhar is the most polluted city in the world. Jalandhar Ludhiana is one of the most polluted cities in the world. Yeah, this is on smog. This is not based upon the land pollution, but actually the air pollution. Yeah. Punjab is flooded with drugs, alcohol shops. 75% of the youth now apparently are addicted to some kind of substance abuse, alcohol or drugs. And abortion clinics are unrestricted. In India, a lot of abortion clinics are restricted. You can't just have them anywhere, yeah? But in Punjab, do it like. So what are the Punjabis doing? Life is hell anyway. They don't want to have more girls. They said you can just have this, you don't have to give any dowries. Dowries is not part of Sikhi, but I guess Punjabi culture's got it again. So now you've got this problem, there's not enough men, there's not enough women. So what happens? Rape goes up. No women, rape is going up. Society's messed up anyway. Now you've got men not getting married. There's no wives for them to marry. So what do? They're importing wives now from Bihar and places. Girls from there are being stolen and then sold into marriage with Punjabis. Yeah? They got no way of getting back to their family. Some of them are orphans. You know, orphan girls, they get stolen in India all the time. They get chucked into, and it's like 2-3 brothers, one wife. She's being raped basically by everybody, you know, because there's no respect for her. All of this kills without any bullets, yeah. It's designed, and what do you think the target is again? Is the target Punjab or Punjabis? No. Target is Sikh. If the Punjabis stop being Sikhs, they'll leave them alone. You get it? When they say, "Oh, we don't care, let's be Hindus." Fine then, prosper. Let's be Hindus and prosper, don't be Sikhs. The propaganda war on Sikhs. So from 1985 to 1995, the Sikh movement was continually discredited by the government by putting infiltrators into our people. They would get people who weren't Sikhs to dress up as Sikhs. The RSS is the Rashtriya Swam Sevak Sangh something. It's a hardcore Hindu nationalist movement. They've actually got a wing of the RSS, everybody's taken Amrit. They all wear pagga and dhadiyan. They all wear kirpana like this, but they're all part of the RSS. Those guys go and join the Sikh movement, got turbans, beards. How long does it take to look like Lamritari? 6 months. 6 months you get enough beard to look like you're Lamritari. And then you'd go and commit atrocities in the name of being a Khalistani, and the whole movement gets discredited. The movement was very popular. Let's make this very clear. The Khalistani movement was very popular in Punjab. They killed the popularity by doing this stuff. They created a rift between Hindus and Sikhs. Many Hindus turned against the Sikh movement because of this stuff that was happening. They were taking people off buses and shooting them because they were Hindu. Okay? Not a Sikh thing to do. Any aspect of martial Sikhi is discouraged, and Punjabi language is now made out to be an uncultured language, and Hindi is encouraged for progression. Sikhi is being maligned in textbooks, anti-Sikh groups are being sponsored, and Sikh politics are being controlled by the government. SGPC is supposed to be our organisation, it isn't anything for us. Akal Takht is supposed to be our Akal Takht, but we know it's not in our hands. They've taken over all of our institutions. And, just to talk about here, they've taken over our institutions abroad as well. Our Gurdwara abroad are run by the Indian government as well. Yeah? The people that are in charge of our Gurdwara, a lot of those guys shouldn't be in charge of any Gurdwara. The reason they're in charge because somebody somewhere said to them, you know what, you should be in charge. Here's some money, I'll help you. Oh, you need $200,000 to win the election? I'll help you out. Won't help out the guy who's a good Sikh, help out these guys that are troublemakers.
One name Badal.
Sorry?
One name Badal. He runs it. Like he's the one that puts everyone where he wants them.
Yeah, Badal. But Badal can do what he likes because as long as he keeps Sikhi out, he's allowed to do whatever he wants. Yeah. Just don't do Prachar of Sikhi. Everything else you can rape, you can loot Punjab, you can fill up your Swiss bank accounts. Just don't let Sikhs prosper in Punjab. Jaspal Singh, you heard about the 19-year-old Singh? They were protesting, they were sitting down in the road singing Waheguru. The police came in shooting. And when you're having a peaceful protest on the floor, saying Waheguru, Waheguru, and the police came in shooting at them. It's crazy, isn't it? And then what happened to those policemen? Nothing. Now Sikhs are also portrayed as clowns in India. Yeah? You know that in Bollywood, right? They were seen as complete fools. And the Sikh youth now are totally alienated from Sikhi. If you go to, if like I went to Punjab right now and I said I went to Oxford and I'm a Sikh and I try to do my part and I read Gurbani and that's what I care about, they'll say, "Tusi pagal hai kya? Live your life, enjoy karo. Why you want to follow religion for? Religion is backward." Yeah? They would look at us guys and go over there, they would say, "You guys are mad." They would say, "You guys are fanatics." To follow Sikh, you're seen as a fanatic over there. Yeah? Now the question here is what I put here, which we kind of mentioned a bit, Prabhupada, yeah? Why are they killing Sikhs? And we need everybody to understand this bit. Because they're not killing Sikhs because they don't want us to give them langar. They're not killing Sikhs, they don't like Guru Granth Sahib Ji. They're killing Sikhs because the problem with the Sikhs is they don't just do what they're told. They do only what the Guru tells them, which doesn't often stand against the ruling powers. Yeah. So in India's history, the common person was always oppressed, spiritually and socially. And the Sikhs, they aim for the Khalsa, okay, who's going to serve and defend other people from injustice and oppression. The ruling classes of India want to suppress the Sikhs. So again, we become Hindu hating. And that's not our nature. We are not Hindu hating. Yeah? We love everybody. But they've made us become anti-Hindu. They're so clever, they turn the Hindus against us and us against the Hindus. But actually the enemy is the ruling classes. They don't have a religion, these guys. Their religion is money and power. They control India. We don't recognize the enemy. We point at the normal Hindu on the street. Yeah? They got nothing to do with this. They're just as much pawns of India as anybody else. Everybody's being fooled. It's the ruling classes that are in power. They're the ones that want to kill Sikhi. Now the other thing to understand is this. You know, like whenever we talk about 84, everybody puts up Sanjay Nath Ji posters, yeah? It's like the youth over here have amnesia. They think that the only person in Punjab around that time was Sanjay Nath Ji. Or koi siga hi nahi. Yeah? They don't remember there was 100,000 people that got arrested. All they think is there was one person standing up and speaking the truth. This is not true. There was many groups. There was many leaders. Even people who were Mahapurukhs were getting involved, yeah? Baba Harnam Singh, Rampur Khedewala, they were got arrested. There was many people that were recognized. This was socio-political movement, a very groundsroot, very widespread. We do the problem. We make the mistake of making it all about Sanjay Nath Singh. That was the target. That was the aim. They wanted us to talk about one person all the time. Because they can make that person look bad. Whenever you have a debate with anybody about 84, what will they say? But Sanjay Nath Singh was a terrorist. Right? Straight away. And what do? We talk about Sanjay Nath Singh all the time as well. We made him more than he was. He was a Mahapurukh, yeah? Not like more than he was. As what he was as a Sikh, he's obviously Charti Kala. What he was as a leader of the Sikhs politically, we made him the focal point. And they made him the focal point. The problem with focal points is you argue about them. You understand? So he's now become a focal point that is divisive. So average Sikh, like you go to your local Gurdwara, okay, talk to the 90%, like you guys, I'm sorry to say, you guys are probably 10% of the Sikh population that actually care about Sikhi. 90% don't give two hoots really. Yeah? Sunday go to Gurdwara, have a bit of langar, put a bit of pound down in the golak, they say happy, come home. This is the 90% of the Sikh population. Agree? Agree? Not 75% of us, I don't want to be too harsh. Yeah? But you agree with me? For those people, Sant Jarnail Singh is a divisive issue. You understand? That was why it's designed. They're the ones that brought the propaganda. So the more we keep talking about Sant Jarnail Singh ji and not about what actually happened, the more that those people are thinking you guys are all terrorists anyway. You're all brainwashed. So we fall victims of the same propaganda. So we're going to have to learn the facts. So we don't talk about Sant Jarnail Singh that much. Andro pyar rakh lo, I got no pyar, I got bare love for Sant Jarnail Singh. But when you're talking to people, don't even talk about them. You got to talk about the facts. Because what's going to happen is, we're going to make him the focal issue and people argue about him. But he said this, he said that. And you're going to say, but I read every speech by him like I have, by the Sandhu's translation of everything of he ever said. And you bring up books, there's a video of Mandani. Because the propaganda is too deep and they still won't accept that he wasn't like that. And you won't even get them. You got to talk about all the other things that were happening. The history from 1947, before 1947, the Punjabi Subha movement, the Taram Yudh, Anandpur Sahib resolution, the Taram Yudh Morcha. Yeah? What happened in June, what happened in November? Don't even talk about Sant Jarnail Singh ji. Well, he doesn't need you guys defending him. Samajh where he is, he doesn't need any of us to defend his honour. His honour is preserved by Akal Purukh themselves. Yeah? What we need to do is understand what is happening to us. We got a PR battle on our hands that we have not fought very well. We don't have to explain our story. Yeah? So this leaflet is available online anyway on our Dropbox, and these guys obviously printed it as well. You can use this. What we encourage you guys to do is, what can you do to help? Take this thing on the other side. Look, what's the number one? We've got a whole playlist on our YouTube channel, not just our videos. If you just type that bit.ly/Sikh Genocide 84, there's a whole playlist of videos you can watch to learn more about 1984 and the history and the background. You can learn that, some more facts and figures. Second thing you could do is get your friend with an iPhone to look at you, and you'd make your My Story and email it to us. Okay? Send it to us. We'll put it on our channel. We need people to start talking about this. The Western media does not engage with young Sikhs nowadays. They go, we don't know. They speak to our leaders. We have to make our own media. Yeah? So we encourage you all to make a little video, what you learned from today, what you felt generally. Okay, send it to us, we'll put it on our channel. Now, we do these marches and stuff, innit? And no one listens to them, innit? Government of India is not sitting there taking notes, Acha ji, Sikhs want this, let's sort that out. You think that's just what happens? They come there with like, Hanji, what would you like to tell us? What can we do for you today? We're marching in our thousands, spending thousands of dollars on coaches to drive from X and to Y, plane tickets, all these things. And when we get there, there's a couple of guys walking around with buckets. Like, oh, please help the victims. And we go, hey, $5. We spent $250 to come here, our food, our hotel. And then the people that are in help, the people that are in Punjab, say, here's $5 or $10. Do you understand the craziness of that? That we could solve all these problems. These organizations here, SYPW, CASA, Save 84, Insaf, Sikhs for Justice, these guys are all doing good work that needs supporting. When I met the guys from Insaf, they said to me that 80% of their funding comes from Western sources. They don't even ask Sikhs for help, they said. They don't bother anymore. One of the best organizations working on tracking and documenting the human rights abuses for the Sikhs does not ask Sikhs for money. Because Sikh didn't. Yeah? We got a crazy problem. You got to understand, to solve the problem, it's in your hands, so sort it out. The third thing, obviously, is to learn about Sikhi. I said in this, the target was Sikhi. They wanted to kill Sikhi, right? We've all agreed this. Some people have said over here, well, how many of you right now, if I said to you, okay, what's the target? Punjabis. Put your hands up if the target was Punjabis. They wanted to get rid of the Punjabi people. Was the target the Hindu Punjabis? Was the target the Sikhs? Or was the target Sikhi or Sikhs? Which one was it? Who those hands up if you think the target was Sikhi? How many of you think it's just Sikhs? If it was Sikhs, then they wouldn't care what we did here in India, abroad. They wouldn't care what we did here. But if you do stuff here, which is politically minded, Jagmeet Singh, they won't let you go to India. So obviously target is more than just Sikhs, innit? It's Sikhi itself. Don't you lot start prospering. So, learn about Sikhi, innit? They're trying to kill something, make it alive in your heart, they can't steal it from you. Now, oh Mare, you can't get robbed if you got God in your heart. One thing you can do, if you feel strongly about 1984, don't just sit up all night reading the stories of Shaheeds, stay up all night reading about what the political situation happened. Learn about Sikhi itself. What is it in Japji Sahib that's so powerful? What is it in Anand Sahib that's so powerful? What is it in Chandi Diwar that's so powerful? What is it about Itihas? Last night you heard the story of Saka Chamkon. What is in that Itihas that's so powerful? Yeah, you're learning about it now at the camp, but don't stop at the end of the camp. Keep on learning, because there's something really special in here.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.